Hi, my name is Liz, and in cosplay, I go by the Dragon's Cosplay. I look like this because before recording this, I had a shoot as Luthien, and I really like this makeup, so I decided I would leave it on for recording. I have been cosplaying for 5 years since 2013, and I found out about cosplay because I was really into Doctor Who and I saw Doctor Who cosplayers and I wanted to do that. So I did. My first cosplay that I wore to a convention was the 11th Doctor, and I had the fez and the bow tie and everything, and I loved it. I loved people asking me for pictures and posing with other cosplayers and just really being able to portray a character. I mostly cosplay as women from science fiction or fantasy. My favorite cosplay that I've ever done has to be Rey, her Jakku outfit from The Force Awakens. And I started making it back in 2015, and then 3 years later, I've just continued to expand upon it. I made the BB 8 to go with it. I discovered the Rebel Legion, which is a Star Wars costuming organization, and so I made it up to their standards, so I'm a part of that. Like the first picture of cosplayers that I saw, but from a very young age, I was into crafting, makeup, theater, tons of fictional worlds. So cosplay basically brings everything together for me because I can do the makeup as the character. I can have created their outfit, and then I can go to a photo shoot or like a video shoot and I can act as them, and it brings so many of my interests together. And BB-8 is here now. The best part of cosplaying for me is interacting with other people at conventions or just people who will like pass by when I'm having a photo shoot get done, and especially the kids. When people see me, especially as Rey with this guy, they're so excited and they're so happy. In 2018, I'm trying, instead of to make more cosplays, to make the cosplays that I have better. Right now, I have about 20 of them, and I'm just trying to improve everything that younger cosplayer me didn't do as well as she could have. Like for Kitiara, I'm adding a lining to the cape, so that looks better. For Rey, I've actually just sold my belts and bag, and I've bought a new pair that I'm going to be working on and making it look as screen accurate as possible. Tips for beginning cosplayers. If you wanna cosplay, if you think it sounds fun, you just have to go for it because you are going to improve over time. Literally, if you put work into anything, that's going to happen. So, number 1 is just go for it. Number 2, don't forget about makeup and the transformative like things you can do to your face with it. When I began cosplaying, I didn't really use makeup until 2016. So it took me like 3 years to discover that I could do more than just like put on lipstick. You can do contouring so you can make your face look thinner or fatter or more angular. For my Arya Stark cosplay, she has like a dimple in her chin, so like you can do that. You can do stuff to your eyes. It really helps for crossplay. Like because I cosplay some guys like Loki, and you can add like more shadowing to the nose. So like don't forget about makeup. Also, when someone asks you for a picture at a convention, like set down your bag and like stand in front of it or put it a little to the side, because obviously unless your character carries a bag exactly like yours, like for my Ray cosplay, I just put my stuff in her little pouch, but if your character doesn't, like, it really breaks the like aura of the character if your bag is right there. Oh, and another thing, because sometimes as cosplayers, obviously, we're online so much, and you have to have an online presence if you want to make it bigger in the cosplay world, and people get so hung up on likes and how many followers and whatever, and then you can look at someone else and they have way more than you and they have active followers, and it can be hard to think about, like, that person is doing so much better than me. But one thing that I heard an artist talking about was that when she's like down about how much interaction her posts are getting, she'll think about, like, say you got only 26 likes on a picture, and as a like number that doesn't sound too much, right? But then she said, picture if you saw like 26 people lined up in front of you. They were all like, oh, I like your content. Like, think about how amazing that would be if 26 people every day told you that they like your content, or even if your picture has like 8 likes, that's still 8 people who enjoy your content. And if you try to put it back in terms of people, which obviously social media is, then it can really help, and it can really help to boost your confidence. And then the second thing to remember about, like, say you realize that part of your cosplay isn't as exact as it could be because, like, you didn't find the reference picture in time and now you realize that it's wrong, or it's just you don't have the skills to make something look like you wanted it to. You can always think about how, like, when somebody meets you at a convention, nobody is noticing that your Ray vest doesn't have blanket stitching on top of it. Like, all they're thinking of is, like, that's a gray vest, and, like, that's Ray's outfit from The Last Jedi, and that person is Ray, and that's all they're thinking about. So we in cosplay are often our harshest critics, because we know what the reference material looks like and stuff, but if you really put yourself in that mindset of the other person who probably isn't critiquing your cosplay on a microscopic level, then that can also help to build your confidence. So like I said, I am the Dragons Cosplay. I am on Instagram, on Facebook, on Patreon, on YouTube, and on Ko-fi. So the Dragons Cosplay, and you can find me on any of those websites. I have pictures of all my shoots. I have behind the scenes progress, like when I did him. I put up work in progress stuff. I also do cosplay belly dances, so I've done like Korra and Luthien and Takesis so far. And then I also do like other non-dance videos of my cosplay, as well as behind the scenes stuff and makeup tutorials. So I hope that you enjoy my content, and I hope that you enjoyed listening to me sitting here in my room with a big paper mache droid. Bye!
Can I just say I'm really, really jealous of your pouch. I don't have pockets, and you have the mother of all pockets.